Hey everyone, this is Randolph. We're at GDC 2011 and we're speaking with Shinji Mikami about the upcoming Shadows of the Dam for the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Mikami-san, so what we know so far about this game is you play as Garcia Hotspur and you go to hell to get back Paula. What else can you tell us about the narrative of the game?
So the main point of this is you're trapped in like this entire hellish world. And you have this character just shouting out cool dialogue and fighting these cool enemies, and that's really what we want to explain through this game.
Now, what was it about this project that first drew you to it?
So actually, originally this title was very different than what it is now, but it was originally a very niche title where you kind of use light and dark to fight enemies, and I think the player itself was completely naked. And you're using the torch, running through the darkness, trying to fight these enemies where you couldn't really see. And to him this was really interesting, but the game has completely changed to that point, but that's what really drew him into this concept of light and dark and things like that.
Tell us more about the light and dark dynamics that you've got in the game. I understand that the dark fuels the demons and the light fuels Garcia. Can you explain to us a bit more how that will work in gameplay? So
the enemies themselves live in this sort of dark world. When the player goes into this dark world, he loses his health. It's a very dangerous place for him, because he represents the light side, so he's always in a constant danger in this dark world. So you sort of create these safe zones using light, and once you're in these safe zones, you strategically use them to take down the enemies and make sure your health is fine.
Now, in what way do you think Shadows of the Dam will be different to other action horror titles that have been coming out in the last few years?
So using Grasshopper as a very individual style, and using that style and this like punk horror technique that they're trying to convey, it really shows this new world that you really haven't seen in other games before.
Because that is, I guess, the words that are being used to describe the game. It's psychological punk action thriller. Like, how does that, I guess, translate into the game?
Mikami is very keen to the term like punk horror, and he really likes this type this punk style, and he thinks it's really conveyed through the main character Garcia. You see with the tattoos all over him, as well as with the gun itself, and even like the names of the gun. Like there's one called like the Boner, which is like obviously very overtly sexual and things like that. But sort of you see this and you're like, oh man, that's punk, and it's kind of something you just get.
Now, Mikami-san, I guess you're probably best known for your work on Resident Evil and also on the well-received Vanquish last year. What sort of things from those games can gamers expect in Shadows of the Dam?
So Grasshopper's always known for their style and their sort of creativeness, and they do a very good job at that. But sometimes when it comes to gameplay or things like that, that's where I kind of step in and I'm like, this might be better this way or something. That's where I give my advice when it comes to gameplay and just having fun with this game.
Thank you very much, Mikami-san. One last question. When is the game out and on what platforms?
Xbox 360 and PS3, June 7.